Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
Squabble up, squabble up. Wake your ass up, fool. Johnjay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? Johnjay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to Johnjay and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
Johnjay and Rich, shoot us a text. Text JJR and whatever you want to say to the number 96893. We'll either text you back or we'll call you back. In fact, here's a good text. I wonder who could do this. This is a great idea. Johnjay Rich, it would be so helpful if you guys added the text line to your contact page and on your website and your Instagram page. I can't find it anywhere. And that was a text. So they must have found it somewhere.
It's a good idea, though.
Yeah, if we could do that, that would be great. Johnjay Rich, listening to the first Couples Therapy podcast. Why does Rich keep pronouncing things weird? Emphasis. Finally. Finally? Do you say finally?
No, I think so.
I can't. Anyway, he's just trying to be funny. He's just trying to be funny.
They're just weird. Got my own little isms.
So text us. Text JJR and whatever you want to say to the number 96893. All right, Rich, so what happened to you?
This fitness journey, I know we all get on it. We're all doing things. Like, I think, Kyle, you're using the MyFitnessPal. I'm using the MyFitnessPal.
I am.
I have a macro coach that is telling me what I'm eating well and what I'm eating wrong. And it's really great to just go out through your day and put in your food and have somebody at the end of the day go, you didn't get enough protein. I need you to get more protein. But my family is completely not on board, and they've decided now is the time where they're going to order the Randy's donuts on Sunday. And now, they're like, hey, you're going to eat whatever. What are you making for dinner? Chicken breasts? Cool. We're just going to get Denny's. So they're all ordering all this delicious food, and it's tempting, but I'm doing okay. But I kind of felt a little insulted last night because I say to everybody, Stacy and my boys are with us too. I say, hey guys, I'm going to go for a walk. Does anybody want to go with me? And if they're like, no thanks. Everybody's no thanks. So I take off and I go for my walk around 5 o'clock. And then I get a note on my phone as I'm walking. Hey, can we order Denny's on your DoorDash? I'm like, sure, go ahead. So then I get a note from Stacy, which I've screen capped the whole thing, and I'll just show you. Hey, are you in the house? I'm like, no, I'm on my walk. And she's like, well, Denny's is here, and they forgot my chocolate shake. Can you hurry up your walk and get back here so I can get on your phone and get a refund for the chocolate shake that they give me? I'm like, nobody's respecting the fitness journey here. Nobody's respecting.
It's really hard to do it when everyone around you isn't.
Yeah.
Because then it's like all the things that you're trying to avoid, all of the temptations that you're trying to pass up on are just right there in your face.
And obviously, they don't need it. They're all fine. And that's, I think, the other thing is that my wife pretty much eats whatever she wants, and she always looks pretty great. But if I had one half a donut, my pants aren't going to fit the next day. It's just the way it works. It's just not fair. Then this macro journey, there's way too much protein.
What is your macro coach? What is that?
It's the guy that trains me, but he also does all that online macro coaching. So he's done it for a bunch of celebrities where they look at your protein and your fat and your carbs, and they tell you where you need to be calorie wise and macro wise. And apparently, there's just so much carbs in everything that you eat. They're like, hey, you don't have enough carbs, but you can have a vegetable with your dinner tonight. I'm like, it's just not fun.
It sounds so complicated.
It's a lot of work.
And then they're like, you need to get a food scale. You had too much chicken. I'm like, I'm not getting a food scale. I'm not going to go and weigh my chicken.
See, I feel it. We all know what we're supposed to do.
It's probably once I figure it out, it's probably
But working out, getting a trainer to work out, I get that because I won't work out on my own. I need somebody to hold me accountable. But eating right, I know what's right. I think we all know what's right? So you kind of look for, you just look for any kind of help to get you there.
Well, that's accountability,
but I almost
too.
feel that the macro stuff and all that stuff is people pulling a fast one.
Maybe.
They're attacking your weakness.
Or I think it speaks to the OCD.
They're saying, oh, look, you're eating wrong. Let me help you eat. I know you know. you can't have freaking a chocolate milkshake. Like if you're going to try to get what you got to get, you got to. There's the the right things and the wrong things. I think we all know that.
I think that's the same thing with the trainer, though. If you have somebody looking at it like, okay, well, maybe I won't do fries with my thing. Maybe I'll stay away from that. It's hard.
I think everybody kind of knows the general sense of like, that's probably, I should probably not eat the Jolly Rancher gummy chews.
Right.
But I think like when you get down to the nitty gritty of it, like having someone coaching you probably would be good because some people do think they're eating healthy by eating a salad, but sometimes salad may not necessarily be the healthiest option.
The dressing, right?
Yeah,
Well,
or whatever's inside of it.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like we all know, but you make these in your head these compromises.
It's probably all like a compromise where whatever you do, whatever diet you do, you're probably just not getting calories from somewhere you normally else you would. So it's probably all thermal math.
Like
That's
yesterday,
probably all of it.
I got home yesterday. I went and I worked out, and then I went on a hike with my buddy, right? And I came home at 2, and I ate from 2 to 6:15 nonstop. And I know, like everything I ate was healthy, but I know that I ate too much. I know that I ate way more than, but I can't help it. Like especially when I'm home and I got nothing to do, I just eat. And then there's a brand of popcorn that I love, and I don't think it's healthy, but it says Lesser Evil. That's the name of the brand, Lesser Evil.
That sounds delicious.
Good name.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And it's fantastic popcorn. And I'm eating it. And I know that popcorn, I've heard so much that popcorn's not good for you. But because it says Lesser Evil, but because I know that if I read the back, there's something that's telling me that it's okay to eat, I'm eating it. But once, I'm probably going to get 1,000 text messages saying, that's made with whatever, you can't eat that. Right? But I know, I just know.
That Magic Spoon cereal? It tastes too good to be healthy.
I went to Magic Spoon. I went to go buy 2 boxes of Magic Spoon 2 days ago.
The Fruity Pebbles?
The Fruity Pebbles and chocolate.
So
the only
good.
two, like a lot of the main grocery stores, like Safeway has chocolate and Fruity Pebbles. But when you go to Sprouts, you get more of the flavors. But there I'm reading that it's made with canola oil. And I've heard all these bad things about canola oil. So I'm like,
You can't win.
I know.
You really can't win.
So instead I had kashi.
Well, maybe
Cashew,
the kids are
whatever
right.
it's called.
Maybe Denny's was the right call after all. Maybe they
You
got
can eat healthy at Denny's.
I know.
You
But
can get an egg white scramble or just stay away from the moons over Miami.
Yeah, well, that's the good stuff, though. That leads the front of the menu. They don't show the pictures of the egg white omelet.
Of course not.
They show the pictures of that, like that waffle that's got like cream and strawberries and just butter.
Well,
and-
we won't be able to eat healthy unless we move to Europe or something.
I know, because even
Australia.
the healthy food isn't healthy.
Right,
It's
right,
with what they make it with.
Exactly.
My wife and I were listening to your podcast, the couples podcast, which by the way is available at Johnjay and Rich on demand, and it's Rich and Stacy. And you were talking about trying to save money, I think, and how you're going to stop doing DoorDash, right? But here you just talked about getting DoorDash.
Yeah.
And I said to Blake, I go, I've never, ever, ever done DoorDash. My kids do DoorDash. Blake did DoorDash one time and sent it to a university.
Whoops.
and never got her food.
When I heard them ordering yesterday, it sounded like they were doing grocery shopping at Denny's. Like, let's get this and let's get that. Like when it's like my boys and Stacy, like they want to try things. So it's like it was like the Super Bird and then Joe got.
But why not go to Denny's? That's the part that I can't.
I guess that would be better.
It's not like you go to Denny's and you got to wait a long time. You just go in there right away and go.
think
And you can
once
go.
you-
I think they're always open.
Once you start getting anything delivered, I think people start getting really into that.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice
So
just staying at home.
I know.
It is so expensive,
Not
which
worth
is
the
why I
15.
usually try to avoid it.
Dutch says
But-
he's got some scam to get stuff for free. He gets DoorDash for free.
I think Stacy's got some deal where she uses it so much, if they even forget ketchup, they'll give her like $7 or $8 back.
Like he uploads
Like-
an app, then you sign up with the app, and then you order the food, then you delete the app, then you get it again. There's some way he gets stuff.
I think there's also like a student deal that you can
he's got
be a part
scams,
of too.
man. The guy's got scams.
It doesn't surprise
I
me.
know.
Dutch will find a way.
I know. The kid was he was getting a tuxedo yesterday. His prom is this weekend. He's got prom on Saturday.
That's early, isn't it?
So he was getting his.
Seems early.
He doesn't have a prom date yet, he says, but his prom is this Saturday. So he went to Nick's Menswear, and Josh over there set him up with his nice suit, and all his buddies were there. So, and in fact, I got a text about that too. Someone said, "What is the? Where do you go to get the? If you go to Nick's Menswear, and I think if you mention Dutch, you get like 10% off. But Dutch's tuxedo with shoes and everything. Guess how much that costs?
Usually they're probably about $120 for a rental tux, something like that. For
No,
a good
to
one.
own it.
Oh, to own it. Oh,
$260
That's
to own
cheap,
a
I feel
tuxedo
like.
with leather shoes.
That's
I know.
Are you
Decent
kidding
deal,
me?
I
I'm
think.
dead
We got
serious.
Kadeem like a suit for Rich and Stacy's wedding, and it was like $600.
I know.
It made me
That's
sick
how
to
I
my
was.
stomach.
Yeah, that's 2 rentals, and you've already paid for it.
I was blown away by that. So.
Yeah, that's
Dang,
amazing.
that's a good
Right
deal.
on, Nick.
So he sends me his mom, Blake, sends me a picture of Dutch trying on this tuxedo. And Blake says, I think this tuxedo isn't the right one. I go, why? She goes, look at his junk. My wife says that. So I zoom in, and it's all junk. And I'm like, yeah, he can't wear that. He can't wear it's like a
Not to prom.
moose knuckle all the way.
Oh, no. A little too toit.
Kid can't help it. Kyle, let's cut with 3 things you need to know.
There's a new dating app that will help you spot red flags before you may even see them. I'll tell you all about it next with Johnjay and Rich.
Missed a part of the show this morning? No worries. It's all there on iHeartRadio.
Kyle, what do you got for 3 things we need to know?
The president signed an executive order yesterday that he says will help curb ticket scalping and bring some common sense changes to the way live entertainment and concert events are priced. Now, the order is designed to stop price gouging by middlemen. Also orders the FTC to ensure price transparency at all stages of the ticket purchase process, which would be nice because, like, when you say you're buying tickets for $70 and it ends up being $180 when you check out, you're like, what? Wait, it said it was $70. So hopefully this can be a start to prevent unfair, deceptive ticket pricing.
What about stuff like the Taylor Swift stuff where tickets are going for like $5,000? Is it going to stop that?
It's in hoping to curb that. Yeah. So
Scalpers or whatever.
I mean, I feel like scalpers will find a way, but at least this is a start, I guess. Word has it Apple is revamping their health app. And they're updating it. And supposedly this update's going to integrate an AI agent that would somewhat replicate a doctor and act as a personal health coach. We're just talking about how nice it is to have a little accountability. Now that accountability will be on your watch. They say it could launch as soon as 2026. They're calling it Project Mulberry, but it's unofficially being referred to as Health Plus. It'll put a new emphasis on food tracking and may even offer form correction tips for workouts using the device's camera. I don't want that. I don't...
We're judged in every way.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe a good thing, like we said, accountability without, I mean, you don't have to be embarrassed. It's your watch. It's not really like a person that's going to scold you, per se. This is kind of cool. There's a new app called T, and it aims to help women identify potential red flags before a first date by using tools like facial recognition, phone number checks, criminal history screenings. So potentially, like with the reverse phone number lookup, it enables you to check information associated with that phone number. Is this actually their phone number? Facial recognition will be like a way to say, are they catfishing me? Is this a real person? Is this real person associated with this phone number, et cetera, et cetera. It'll do like a sex offender search for you and whatnot. Now, there have been mixed reviews on how accurate the facial recognition is, but I feel like something like this is genius because it takes the work out of what you'd probably already look into anyways.
Right.
It takes the work out of your friends.
Exactly. Yeah. Your favorite PI friend will love this app. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Horoscope time. Peyton, what's the vibe today?
It's the first of the month, so I'm going to tell you how each zodiac sign handles being broke.
All right, 877-937-1047. Call us to get your sign read. What's up, Abby? What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Okay, Aquarius, when it comes to you guys being broke, you're kind of the one where it's like money is a social construct one. You don't need money, you just need creativity. You'll live on thrift finds, you'll barter for things, or somehow survive on just vibes and generosity. But if things get bad, you'll just disappear for a while until you figure something out. Worst case scenario, you're just going to crash at a friend's place until life sorts itself out.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like my boyfriend's an Aquarius, and I feel like he gets so stressed out when we're broke, which is like all the time, so both of us are stressed.
Yeah. I just graduated nursing school, and I've called my brother multiple times because he's really good with money because I'm looking at all my expenses, and I get so stressed.
I feel you, girl. We're in this together.
All right.
Thanks, Abby.
Thank you guys so much.
What's up, Sam? What's your sign?
Hey. Hey, I'm a Taurus.
Okay, Taurus, you are the denial queen or king when it comes to being broke. You refuse to accept it. You're still ordering that overpriced latte and treating yourself because in your mind, comfort is a necessity. So you might dip into your savings or act like everything's fine until your checks and balances go on into like a full existential crisis.
100%. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Sam.
Bye.
Morning, Hudson.
Hi, I'm a Leo.
Okay, I'm a Leo. So, Hudson, when we don't got enough money in our pocket, we just fake it till we make it. We could have like $2.74 in our bank account and nobody would know. We still dress like $1 million. We still show up at all of the events and we post like we're living lavishly. But behind the scenes, we're like rationing our money and praying nobody suggests paying for the bill.
That does sound like something I would do.
Totally. It's a Leo thing.
Thanks, Hudson. How about Libra?
Libra's Kyle. You're the oops, I spent it all one. You try to be responsible and then there was a sale or a dinner invite or that cute outfit that you needed. Your bank account might be gasping for air, but you'll still find a way to keep up your appearances. You could budget, but if we're being real, you're just hoping for a money miracle.
I mean, that would be nice, right?
Right? Go get a lottery ticket today. I feel good vibes for my Libras.
Okay.
Good morning, Juliet. What's your sign?
Aries.
Aries, we're in Aries season right now, and you are the all-figure-it-out risk taker. Being broke doesn't stop in Aries. You will say yes to that brunch. You will say yes to that last-minute weekend trip, and if anything sounds fun, you're down. If your bank account's crying, that's future you's problem. Worst case, you're going to start some random side hustle or bet on a sure thing to make some fast cash.
That's good.
Yeah.
Juliet, thanks for listening. What do you have for Richard for Pisces?
Richie, when it comes to you, when you don't got any money in your pockets, you are the manifesting my way out one. You cope by daydreaming about your money instead of actually making a plan. And then you believe the universe will provide. And low-key, it usually does for you guys. But you'll talk about trusting the process while avoiding your bank app at all costs. And if things get really bad, you're going to cry over it, and then you're going to go take a nap.
100% absolutely accurate.
How about for
that.
Virgos?
Virgo, Johnjay is our Virgo. You're the financially clueless one, Virgos. You wish you were good with money, but somehow it just disappears. You have no idea where it goes. You don't mean to blow your budget, but sometimes you're wondering where your paycheck went. And you promise yourself you'll do better next month, but you won't.
Very good. All right. If we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website, johnjayandrich.com. Finally, you guys, Kyle's done with Dexter.
Oh, really?
I feel like I did that in a pretty good speed,
You did.
actually.
What is it, 9 seasons?
8. 8 full seasons in the entire series.
But you did it in good time. But in the meantime, like, I had no one to talk to about TV shows that were current.
Sorry.
So when did you finish it? What are you on to now?
Well, it was funny because yesterday morning, Johnjay, you were telling us the story about how your wife was sitting there watching your kids play together and started crying because she was really going to miss it. And it really hit home to me because at that moment, I knew I had like 2 more episodes of Dexter left, and I knew I was going to miss it, so I started to get sad. It was like, I relate to that because I know once Dexter's over, it's like, there's subpar shows and there's like fantastic shows. And it's like, I don't know what to go to next because you don't want it to be a total dud after watching this incredible series, right?
You have to finish Severance. You never finish Severance.
Yeah, but judging by what both of you said about it, I don't necessarily know if that's my next show. I definitely
should
want to
be.
get back to
I got
that.
your next show. I just watched it yesterday, and I could think about was talking to you about it, and I was like, she's watching Dexter. So it's number 1 on Netflix right now. It beat Adolescence. It's the Long Island Murders. I watched it. Did you watch it, Grant? Yeah. It's okay. And here's the thing about this it's called something else. It's called something, but it's the Long Island Murders. It's got a weird name to it.
It's called
Gone Girls.
Oh, I saw this.
So here's the thing. We talked about this guy because he caught the murder. Well, I know Raw's number 1, but then Raw goes away today. Every Monday, Raw's number 1. So we talked about it when they caught the killer because it was just 2 years ago. But it started 25 years ago. And it was this woman who was a sex worker, and she was missing. And her mom's looking for her. And she's missing in this one area. And there's these 911 calls they have of her. He's trying to kill me. So the mom gets the police to search for this woman, and they don't find her, but they find 4 dead bodies, 4 other women that are decapitated. Their arms and legs are all around the area, and they're still searching for this woman. So when they find this woman, this mom is like, you got to find my daughter. So they try to find the daughter, and they look to this one area. In the same area, they find 4 more dead bodies. Then they find more bodies. And then it's just, then the way they catch the guy is unbelievable because now it's 20-something years later and they catch this guy. And we talked about this killer.
So it's a true story.
It's a true story. Oh, yeah. It's a documentary.
Okay.
I feel like how when you watch it, you'll think that you've watched it before. Because there's a lot of footage that we've seen before in other like ABC Impact or Datelines or stuff like that. But this is probably the most concise telling of the Long Island serial killer stuff. With the focus on, is it Shannon Marie? Is that her name?
Yeah.
God, what a mess.
It's insane, and you will be addicted to it. You will miss
How
this.
many episodes is it?
3.
Okay.
So are you suggesting it because she's going from like serial killer show to serial killer show?
No, because I know she likes serial killer. I know she likes documentaries, and it's extremely interesting.
It actually does, kind of work with the Bay Harbor Butcher, but instead of the ocean, he's just using like a beach, like a vacant beach that's just on Long Island. And I realized Long Island was only 23 miles wide and 100 miles long, guys. I did some research.
That's pretty big. That's big.
So do you watch the whole thing, Grant?
I watched most of it, I would say.
I have 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fascinated about it because now they're connecting this guy to like, and the thing is, he's married with kids and he's killing these people, and it's bonkers, man.
What would you do if you found out that was your dad?
I know. And then also the guy, when they talk to the neighbors and everything, it's like he's lived in the same house his entire, like he was the child in that house, and it's the one house on the street that they never did anything to fix it up. Like it's a scary looking house. You know, it's like everything that a horror movie would be made out of, right?
Do you think that serial killers have like a message board? The secret message board that they all communicate with, because they all kind of do the same things.
Probably.
Have you noticed that?
Well, there's probably a profiling type.
Yeah, but I mean, like, is there like something on the dark web where they all meet up and are like, "Hey, what's up? Happy Hump Day!"
Like when all the Kyles get together in Kyle, Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
My fear is I really want to sell it to Kyle because I really want her to watch it. I don't want her to start watching Shameless from 2004. And I don't have my TV watching partner. Guys, I only got 13 seasons I got to do.
I will go to something new next, whatever it is.
Johnjay and Rich. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. Hey, good morning. Who's this? Hello? Brittany, what's up?
Hey, I was just curious, why is there a cat meowing on the radio?
Are you sure it's not in your car?
Yeah, because that's what I thought. There it is. Did you hear it?
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, it's just like randomly, even through the commercials, it'll go meow.
Did you look in the back seat?
The station.
Did you look in the back seat?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I did.
That's
I thought
weird.
There was like something in my engine. I was like, no, but yeah. It's
Did you pop the hood?
Randomly. Well, no, I'm driving, but I changed the station and it stopped, and then I go back to you guys and then get a random little meow.
Well, as long as you stay listening to us, that's great. Drive safe, Brittany.
I am, but I was just curious.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
thanks.
Stacks and hacks. I have stacks of information. Rich has life hacks. Americans spend 138 minutes worrying every day, especially young adults. Payton, you are a young adult. What are some of the things you worry about?
I worry about money. I worry about my body. I worry about my friends. I worry about everything in every life.
You said almost everything except for the number 2 thing.
What?
You said finances.
Yeah.
You said health.
Uh-huh.
You said friends. But you didn't say family.
I'm not worried about them. They live 10 minutes away. They're fine.
Husbands worldwide just got a new excuse for not listening. A study found men just don't hear as well as women do. The average woman has a 2 decibel advantage and up to 6 decibels with some frequencies.
Oh, that's interesting.
A guy in Nashville was arrested on Friday. He was in a high-speed chase, and he pulled over to put some air in his tires. Here's a couple things to look forward to in April. Handmaid's Tale. I kind of faded out of that.
Yeah,
after a while.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing over
But
and over
Black
again.
Mirror, season 7 of Black Mirror, they dropped the trailer this morning.
My favorite show ever on Netflix.
And The Last of Us, season 2. Police in India have finally caught an elusive thief. He would always poop his pants when in danger to keep people away, and he made his escape. But they finally caught him. 70% of cat owners check the litter box daily. A 67-year-old woman, this is very sad, 67-year-old woman in Georgia escaped her vehicle after a car crash. She was fine. Car crash, she gets out of the vehicle. Then she died when she fell in a well on her way out of the car crash. 1 pound of dimes and 1 pound of quarters are worth the same amount. Again, these are just random information that I had. Random information. Hold on. My page is stuck together. A poll online asked people, how do you read LMAO out loud? How do you do it, Payton? How do you do it?
LMAO. Like that.
Okay. What about you, Kyle?
Kind of just LMAO.
That's how you read it? And you say each letter?
Mm-hmm.
Most people, 54% of people read it as like a word.
Limo.
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 I don't do that.
Limo.
I say
It's kind of a
LMAO.
Frenchy. I like it because it sounds French.
Limo.
That's why you like it. Now Rich will be like, we can say something funny, Rich. Limo. Limo. What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
The cleaning hack that can just save everything. Is there anything worse than spilling nail polish? It's bad, right?
No, I just did it on my couch literally the
There
other
is
day.
nothing worse.
There's
Nothing
nothing. You
worse.
can't come
Nothing
up
worse.
with anything worse. But it's terrible, right, Payton? Right.
is.
It feels like a disaster that you can never clean up. Okay, well, so here's the fix. It's right inside your cabinet. It's white sugar. That's it. Just pour a generous amount over the spill and watch as the polish clumps together, making it easy to just wipe off, sweep off, especially if it's on non-fabric. Couches may be a little bit more difficult if it's like, not scotch guarded. But if you have it on a table or a floor or carpet even, it just kind of like clumps up. No more scrubbing, no more stains. Just a little sprinkling of magic sugar. Will you try it and tell us if it works?
Get that. Yeah, I'll try that if that happens again.
Get
That's
that.
crazy.
First, you got to get some white sugar. Got to have that around the house. That life hack and many more can be found on the johnjayandrich.com website.
We just want to hear from you, and I don't think that's too much to ask, and it's really stressing me out that you're not calling.
877-937-1047. It's Johnjay and Rich.
It's Johnjay and Rich. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. You can text us anytime. Text JJR and whatever you want to say to the number 96893. We got Jonas Brothers tickets coming up probably in less than 30 minutes. We've got Big Time Rush tickets in an hour and a half. We got Second Date Update in about 20 minutes. So we got lots of stuff happening. That's a little menu of what's going on. Now, somebody on this show is pretty. Are you being serious about therapy?
Yeah, I'm being so serious.
Yeah? Real therapy, not couples therapy.
No, like real therapy. Like
Not the couples therapy, not me. I mean our podcast, couples therapy. Like, okay, what's going on?
Well, okay, so yesterday I had a particularly rough day, and if I cry for some reason, my anxiety just comes out throughout the whole day, and it literally takes me out of the entire day. I want to go home. I want to sleep. I don't want to do anything. And when I was in college, and it was my sophomore year, I was experiencing being anxious and anxiety for the first time in my entire life. I was a student athlete. I was in a place where I didn't feel right. I didn't like where I was going to school. I didn't have many friends. I was having relationship problems. And I was going to my trainers, and I was like, I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like when I take a breath, I'm not getting enough air. And so I would walk around taking these huge breaths, and they thought my diaphragm was out of place or something like that. That's why I was having breathing problems. Come to find out, I was just experiencing anxiety for the first time. So I was like, okay, I think I should go to therapy. Why not? Let's see how it is. And I'm a huge advocate for therapy. I think everybody should go to therapy, even if you're perfectly fine. And right now, I'm genuinely fine. I just feel like I allow my emotions to get so much control of my body that it takes me out for the day. And I don't like that feeling. Yesterday, I had a hard day, and I was asleep at 7:30 at night with all my clothes on. My shoes were still on. My makeup was still on. It took me out. And so I was telling my mom, last week, I was like, I think I'm going to get back into therapy. And she was like, okay, that's a good idea. And yesterday just solidified that for me because, weight blankets? You know how they recommend you to have a weight blanket if you're feeling anxious or whatever? My 15-pound weight blanket wasn't working, and I literally asked my boyfriend, Kadeem, to lay on me. I said, I need you to, dead weight lay on me because I'm struggling right now. And so he just flopped on me. I don't know how heavy he is, but I was just laying there, and I felt so much better. And so I was like, yeah, I think I'm just going to do something for me because I'm allowing my emotions to take a little bit too much control.
Does he lay on you you're on your back and he lays on top of you, so you're face to face? And do you just close your eyes, so like a weighted blanket? Does that lead to sex?
No.
Of course, that's a John Jay question.
That's good therapy.
Because I wanted to try that out. Blake, I think you need a weighted blanket right now. Don't have one. But now you can't use mine. You can use me.
Jeez, John Jay. I think it's healthy what you're doing because if you don't necessarily maybe have the coping methods to deal with the anxiety, and it kind of seems like you might need some tips to figure out when I'm in that situation, what can I do differently, or what's the healthy thing for me to do to work through it.
Absolutely. And that's kind of the point, right? Like, I've been to therapy I literally was there all of college and then a couple years after, and I stopped going probably within the last 3 years or so. But when I was in therapy before, I was in like intense therapy. Like, I was like doing EDMR, which is like where they literally like hook up wires to you and you have to like, it's a very intense thing. And so I'm not in that place. Like, I'm genuinely okay. I'm really happy with my life. I just feel like I just need an outside, unbiased opinion aside from like my family, my friends, and my boyfriend.
You know, I was reading a book about anxiety. And when I say reading a book about anxiety, it means I was really listening to a podcast about anxiety.
Right.
And when I say I was listening to a podcast about anxiety, it means I saw a short clip on Instagram about anxiety.
Got you.
Okay.
And this person said that most anxiety comes from gut health, that you can fix anxiety. And I can't remember how, but there's something to do with your gut health that you can fix, like with something you're eating or a vitamin or a mineral that you're not getting. They did all these tests that once you get the right minerals in there, the anxiety goes away.
Oh, I can totally believe that. Like, I was very big on like taking vitamin D pills every morning because
vitamin D.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna go there. But I was living in Portland, Oregon, and I'm from Chandler, Arizona, where it's sunshine and beautiful days all the time. And when I go to Portland, it's like rainy, and so it's just a different tempo. So I think I'm just figuring myself out, but I'm excited to get back into it.
And sleep too. I don't think you sleep much.
Oh, no, I don't.
So when you said that you went to bed at 7:30 last night with your clothes on, anxiety happens because you're tired too.
I'm sure.
Like,
I'm sure it's so much stuff.
Every dumb fight I've been in is because I know there's no sleep.
Yeah.
Because it would have been the next morning after a full night's sleep, you'd be like, yeah, whatever. But at night, you would have fight.
Yeah. No, totally. But I had a rough day yesterday, for sure. So that definitely was kind of the cause of that, but I don't get enough sleep.
By the way, weighted blankets are awesome.
Yeah.
Right? I think I got one about a year ago, and I didn't know this, but I think it helps with ADHD and helps with autism and helps whatever, because when I get that blanket on, I just feel safe.
Like a hug.
Yeah, I
The
do.
only thing that bothers me about my weighted blanket, though, and I don't know how to fix this, so if anyone has any tips, let me know, but it's kind of like a duvet cover, and then all the weight sinks to the bottom.
Yeah.
And it drives me up a wall. I'm why can't you just be connected like a normal blanket?
I actually pull it up so my ankles are free. Because I feel like it pushes my toes forward, like I'm pointing my toes all the time, so I don't like that. I also wish it was a king size. I don't know if they make king size.
They make them all different weights,
just
all different
my
sizes.
size, and it just covers me. My wife doesn't want any on, but I feel like I'm wider than what they give me. But I love it.
Scott got me one of those, and I just felt like it was like too heavy. I'm trapped.
Yeah, that's what it does.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I really like it. So I wrote down in my notes, we're going to, for the show, I was like, Peyton's going to talk about the therapy. And then I wrote down the thing. It looks like I said, Wes into Blake. And I'm like, well, I can't, I have horrible handwriting. And I'm trying to figure out what am I talking about? Wes into Blake. And I thought, well, I have these two stories about Blake. I didn't know when I was going to get into them. Then I thought, go around the room and ask, I have two stories about Blake. One has to do with the English muffin. One has to do with going to the bathroom.
Oh, I have Blake in my 323.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do, because Blake had texted me about the Dog Moms event, and I said,
no, that
wasn't
it.
So special.
That wasn't it. But that's cool.
But that's what I had her in there.
But mine says Wes into Blake, right? So
Can I see your handwriting up there?
Well, I figured it out as I'm telling you this right now. So I thought, I'll tell the story about Blake and the English muffin, or do I tell the story about Blake and the bathroom? And then as I'm looking at it, Wes into Blake is weighted blanket. Nothing to do with Blake.
Well, then we need an English muffin story.
Right,
you owe us now.
Those kind of go together. Breakfast in bed.
I'm like, Wes into Blake. And then it's terrible. I got to fix my writing. You want to hear the English muffin story?
Yeah, let's go.
So one of our favorite restaurants is Over Easy for breakfast, right? They have the best freaking breakfast. And one of the things they added, they somehow now have the English muffins from Le Grand Orange.
Oh, those are the best.
Those are
the
so
best.
good.
So now when you get English muffin or you get avocado toast, whatever, you get it, the Le Grand Orange English muffin.
That's what made the commuter sandwich such a hit.
So on Sunday, we were eating. It was Jake, my son, the oldest son, Dutch, my youngest son, my wife, Blake, and me. Dutch orders an English muffin and a bunch of other stuff, but he's too full. I had the protein pancakes, and then I got the fit chicken, which is grilled chicken, and it's got this spicy cottage cheese, and I don't know what else, eggs. It was delicious. And now I'm full. Dutch doesn't eat his English. He eats one side of the English muffin. And they also have this homemade jelly there. So he makes the jelly and the butter, puts it all on there. And then it's time to leave. And he would get up to leave. He just leaves it there. I go, what are you? You're not going to eat it because I'm full. So I grab the English muffin and I hold it in my hand and I'm going to eat it and walk out of the restaurant. And my wife has a meltdown. You are not walking out of here with that English muffin. I'm like, why? Why not? And I've never heard this before. I don't know if it's not etiquette, but she was just like, you're just not. So I didn't. So I sat down and ate it. Have you heard of that before? Can you not walk out of a restaurant eating food?
I never thought about it.
I never really thought about it, but I guess it could be rude because, I don't know, maybe your crumbs are going to get on the people you're walking by, or it's probably not the best. It's not really the best manners to eat while you're walking around anyway.
I just wanted to eliminate. I just thought I could eat this on the way to the car.
Most people would get like a to-go box.
No, I was going to eat it as I was leaving.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have called anybody on that, but I get her point.
She was like, you are like scolded.
She's like, you're embarrassing the family.
Child. Yeah, I was like, whoa. So I sat back down and I ate it, and then everyone had to sit there. Like, I just took my time. I was like, we're gonna have
Take
to wait.
really slow bites and make deep eye contact each bite.
Yeah, I was like, this is me sitting there at the table.
So gross.
Anyway, I didn't know that was a rule or not. Anyway, all right, we're going to switch gears. It's time for second date update. Luke, what's going on with you?
Went on a first date. I've been ghosted. Might have been my hot sauce collection.
Hot sauce collection. Ooh, can't wait to hear about this. All right, hang tight, man. Second date update starts next with Johnjay and Rich.
She used to meet me on the east side of the city with a sun on set.
It was supposed to be the start of a beautiful relationship, but somebody screwed it all up. Second date update right now with Johnjay and Rich.
Johnjay and Rich, it's time for second date update. Good morning, Luke. Thanks for holding.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, so what's your situation? Because if anyone listening right now is new to Second Date Update, we're going to hear about a date Luke went on, and this person's ghosting him, and we're going to call the person to find out why. But first, let's hear Luke's story. Go ahead, Luke. What happened?
Yeah, so we went on a date. It went really well. We vibed the whole night. We were just laughing, talking about our favorite movies, just like normal first date stuff. Then we started bonding over our mutual love for hot sauces. And, maybe this was a little weird, but I insisted she do a blind taste test of my personal hot sauce collection right there in the restaurant. And, yes, I always bring my little portable to-go hot sauces. Anyways, she was really into it, or at least I thought she was. And we even talked about what we wanted in the future. And I was honest, because I'm kind of at that point where I'm ready to find something real and settle down and, build something. And she smiled and she admired that, at least I thought. But now it's been like 3 weeks, nothing. Like no text, no calls, just straight up ghosted. And I keep replying, or I keep not replying, I keep replaying the night where on our first date. And I'm just wondering if I said something wrong, or if I don't know, if she just wasn't feeling me like I thought. And I don't know, was it the hot sauce?
I think the hot sauce I would enjoy it if I liked hot sauce. I think that's kind of cute.
It's kind of weird that you bring like your whole collection.
You got hot sauce in your bag.
I mean,
I guess Beyonce does that. So
exactly.
Is that wrong?
She could have just agreed to it because the date was going well, but then when he busts him out, now you're in. That could be like, I wasn't planning on having the hot
I
sauce.
feel like it's got to be something else.
I have a friend, whenever we go eat, he always brings a bottle of Tapatio with him. He just has it. He does have several hot sauces. And then my mother-in-law always brings ranch dressing with her everywhere you go. So it's not that strange.
Yeah.
Then again, the both people I talked about are strange. But she went along with it, right? So it has to be something else.
Has to be.
It was honestly a really good date. That's why I'm kind of bummed out.
All right, so how did the date end? Was there a hot sauce makeout session?
No, I wish.
So how did it end?
It just ended. We just, I hugged her and we went our separate ways.
And then you've texted her since then, or nothing?
No, I've texted her, called her, and I haven't heard back.
Okay, so how long ago was the last time you reached out?
It was about a week ago, but we went on our date 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
All right, what's her name?
Reagan.
Okay, we're going to get Reagan on the line. We're going to find out why she's blowing you off, okay? So you hang tight. We'll get her on the
Thank
phone.
you.
Yeah. All right. Second Date Update continues next with Johnjay and Rich. Johnjay and Rich, we're in the middle of...
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Second Date Update. You got Luke on the line. I forget. Did he say how he met Reagan? How did you guys meet, Luke, you and Reagan?
We met on one of the dating apps.
Okay, so you met on a dating app. You go out. You're having dinner, having a good time. She talks about how much she likes hot sauce. You said, oh, my God, I love hot sauce. And you just happen to have a few samples with you in your crossbody.
Oh, yeah. Wrapped up.
Right? So you unzip the crossbody, you bust out some small samples, and everything's going great. Date ends. You're talking about your favorite movies. You're having a good time. The date is over. You hug her goodbye. That's it. That was 3 weeks ago. You have texted her and called her as recently as a week ago, and you've heard nothing back, right?
Yep, nothing.
Nothing back. Okay. You stay quiet. We're going to call her right now and see if we get some information from her, okay?
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
You got it. Hold on.
Hello? Hi, is Reagan there?
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Payton. I'm with Johnjay and Rich, and we just wanted to talk to you about something really quickly on the radio if you have time.
Okay.
We were talking to a guy, a nice guy. We're asking people to call us and tell us about how you got ghosted. So this guy calls and tells us his story, and it's kind of cute. And we get into all the details. And you're the girl that ghosted him, and we're trying to figure out why you ghosted him. So I'm hoping maybe I could tell you who this person is and give you some details, and you could give us your point of view.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know exactly who you're talking about.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I ghosted him. I mean, obviously.
So whom am I talking about?
Luke?
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. I don't go around just ghosting everybody.
So what happened?
I mean, the date was fun, and he was really charming, and the conversation just kept going. But at some point, we were talking, and he mentioned when his birthday is, and I swear, I think my soul left my body. He's a Gemini. A Gemini.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, one more time. A Gemini.
No, we got you.
And not just any Gemini. He has the same exact birthday as my ex-boyfriend.
And
I was like, absolutely not. Been there, done that. Have the T-shirt. I'm good. Thank you. I've already done my time sitting next to a man who talks a lot but doesn't actually say anything, who flirts with a waitress I'm not sitting across from him the entire time, who just argues to argue. And I already knew how the story was going to end, so why read it? No, thank you. And then randomly disappeared for 3 days. No. And then just he pops back up and he's like, hey, I'm so sorry. No. I've been there. I have to save myself. My self-preservation kicked in, and I'm like, nope, I'm good. Bye. And so, yeah, that's why.
So I just need clarification on one thing. Were all those things things your ex-boyfriend did or things that Luke did on the date?
Those were real life examples.
I know, but did Luke do any of those things on the date?
No, not now. Not in the beginning. Never in the beginning.
Never in the beginning.
No.
You know what? I'm with you, Reagan, because those Gemini men, they are so toxic. They are the worst.
My sister, she's a Gemini. She's a real, but like every Gemini man, worse than her. And like I love her. But
Okay, if you're a Gemini man or a woman, when is your birthday? When is Gemini season?
Like May.
End of May, beginning of June.
Yeah.
Okay, so same exact birthday. Did you see the qualities in him that you saw in your ex-boyfriend once you figured out the birthday and be like, oh, I'm dating the same guy?
Yeah, like with my ex, like everything was wonderful and perfect and amazing in the beginning. I wouldn't have dated him if I thought he was a garbage human from the get. But now I know. Now I'm wiser. And I'm like, never again.
I've heard of that stuff before. I get it. People are very, very much into the astrological signs. I get it completely.
Have you seen the Sour Patch commercials? First they're sour, then they're sweet. That's a Gemini.
Well, that's why their logo is like a two-face.
Yeah. They will be so awful to you, and then they're like, oh my God, I love you so much. I'm so happy you came, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, which one of you was real? I don't even know.
Well, Reagan, we have Luke on the line still to hear what you said. So there you go, Luke.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Yeah, it's Luke. Please, Reagan, would you go on and tell me about how I was a walking red flag who was doomed the second I told you my birthday?
I mean, I'm going to be really honest. Like, you weren't supposed to hear that. That wasn't.
I get it.
Hence the ghosting.
That was for
I gotta ask.
the
was
world.
it really just the Gemini
to
thing, or
warn
did the
them.
hot sauce taste test just seal my fate?
I mean, honestly, both.
That stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Really thought the hot sauce would be a bonding moment. That might be on me.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're fun, and, like, that's the problem. Like, you're exactly the type of guy that I would have, like, a wonderful time with until, you randomly stop texting me back and then hit me up 3 weeks later with, like, I've been crazy busy. I hope you're good. Like, I'm sorry, I thought you were dead in a ditch somewhere. Like, I don't know.
She is traumatized.
Yeah, big time.
I totally get that. I really do. That is a gross misrepresentation of how I ghost people.
Oh, so you admit that you do ghost people. Got it. See?
No. That's not what I meant. No, I didn't mean I do that.
Sure. Yep, exactly.
No, okay, fine. I get it.
I was smart, ladies. I was smart. Listen to me. Don't date a Gemini.
You got a past with Gemini trauma. But don't you think it's a little unfair to round me up just because we share a zodiac sign?
Unfair? I mean, Luke, I'm doing us both a favor. Like, you get to continue with your chaotic little Gemini ways, and I get to keep my peace. Like, it's a win-win.
Or, hear me out, and just please hear me out. One more date, no ghosting, no mind games, and absolutely zero astrology talk. I'm not even Gemini anymore. Doesn't even exist.
Yeah, and if I say no?
Then I sadly accept my fate as the statistically undateable Gemini and let you live your life.
Well, I like him.
Well, see,
That's
Reagan,
kind of convincing.
Reagan, what is your sign?
Aries.
Okay, let's see.
Which explains everything right now, because Aries are spicy.
Spicy?
They are
well, she should like the hot sauce then.
They are fiery. They are passionate. They dig their heels
I have enough
in.
fire inside me. I don't need hot sauce to add to it.
It says here, Aries and Gemini are considered a dynamic and compatible match with an overall compatibility
That's what I thought
rating
the first time too, but I was proved wrong.
80 to 90% compatibility.
Wow.
Yeah, lies. It's lies. It's
One more
bullshit lies. When things are great, they're great. But
I
when
don't know.
they're
Maybe you
terrible,
had a bad apple.
I like that the fact that he's not giving up on you. I think that's kind of cool.
Come on, you're thinking about it, Reagan.
I mean,
You're thinking about oregano?
I could do one more, and that's it.
All
Yes!
Jeez. I would say no.
He is convincing.
I'm out so fast.
All right, well, you guys got each other's numbers, so
they're
good luck and
cute.
let us know. Thanks a lot for jumping on the air with us, both of you guys.
Thank you.
All right, that's second date update. I think the horoscope science stuff is very powerful. Thank you guys for going on the air with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Second date update with Johnjay and Rich.
Somebody said they saw you. If you're gonna do your thing, to me.
Johnjay and Rich, I'm surprised nobody called. I thought there was going to be a whole bunch of people that were like, I won't date so-and-so because of whatever zodiac sign they're in or any of that jazz. That's so surprising to me. Let's shift gears then, Payton. Let's get to the dream you had.
Well, which dream? I've had a handful. I had one last night that was crazy.
Was
and
it
then
your
I had one a
ka-dream?
Right. Was it my ka-dream or was it my terrible dream that I had about you
Do the
guys
ka-dream.
last night?
Oh, you had a terrible dream about us?
Well, it wasn't about you guys. It was just about how the way you reacted. I was like, what gives? But
Do both.
my ka-dream was a couple nights ago, and I had a dream that Kadeem asked me to marry him. And the ring was fat. He did such a good job.
Did you tell him about that dream?
I sure did. First thing in the morning.
What is his reaction when you tell him that?
He just is like, okay, cool. Like, I know. I'm pretty confident that it's coming soon.
Okay.
But, like, I know it's a thing for girls, and Kyle, maybe you'll be able to tell me this, but, like, I feel like every girl that I see, they go ring shopping with their boyfriends, and we haven't gone ring shopping, but he knows my ring size, and he knows what I want.
So then he doesn't need to, because
right.
most, I feel like, go to figure out what you want and figure out the ring size so that they know what to get when they go.
Okay, because I always see it and I'm like, should we be going ring shopping? But also, like,
I mean, it might be
feel like
fun.
that's
It's just
weird.
kind of exciting
What's
to do
he
that.
say?
True.
Does he want to surprise you or does he want your input?
I don't think he cares. Like,
I would think he would kind of have his own thing. He's like,
Yeah, I
I'm going to do it the way I'm going to do it, is what my impression of him would be.
kind of, yeah. I think he would like a ring that, you know, he thinks fits me and my personality, which I would love too, you know, but he knows what I want.
This is the dream you had about Chelsea.
Yeah, what was the dream I had
Yeah.
about Chelsea? So my friend Chelsea, she's probably listening right now. So hey, Chelsea. I had a dream about her last night that she was kidnapped, and I found her tied up in a bathroom. And I came to work. I got here like right when our morning meeting starts, and you guys were all mad at me for being late. And I was like, my friend was tied up in a bathroom, and I was so upset. And then I woke up. So that was my dream about Chelsea, and then my dream about.
Whenever you have a dream, do you ever Google what it means?
No, I don't. I know you do.
I do. When I have a weird dream, I'm like, what does this mean? You know, but one that, especially when it's a dream that I feel other people have had. So the dream about your boyfriend proposing to you, I wonder what that means. If that means you're being proposed to, or
if it just means she really wants that to happen.
Yeah.
She's dreaming about it.
Are you anybody Google?
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
Okay. What does it mean if I had a dream that my boyfriend proposed to me? Dreams about your boyfriend proposing can mean a few different things depending on your feelings and current situation. This is so weird because I just did it to ChatGPT, so it goes, since you and Kadeem have been talking about marriage.
Oh, wow. Getting inside your head.
subconscious might just be processing those thoughts and feelings. So, 1, I'm emotionally ready for the next step. 2, I'm seeking reassurance. 3, it's just my brain sorting things out. And 4 is manifestation energy, which I feel like these are all true.
Do you know if Kadeem has asked your father for your hand and for permission?
No, I don't. And I don't know if he would ask him. I think he would tell him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that and Kadeem and my dad have a, good relationship in that. And I think my dad would be down. Like, he wouldn't care. He'd be like, I think Kadeem would be like, hey, Showtime, I'm going to marry your daughter. Is that cool?
I think your parents would be like, well, let's go.
They'd be like, hurry up, bro.
Yeah. Bring us some
ready for
grandbabies.
Yeah.
When Scott asked my dad, he said he was like all nervous, and my dad literally said no. And Scott was like, I don't know what to say. I mean, I hope you would reconsider. And my dad's like, just kidding. I have 4 daughters. I always wanted to say that. She's the last one.
What a mind game.
I was like, well, at least in that moment, you knew what you were getting into joining this family of mine.
That's true.
Totally.
And it's been consistent since then.
Yeah.
Do you think that, like, this is so far away, but, like, when Addie is getting ready to get married, do you think Scott's going to try to pull the, like, 180 on him and try to be like, ha-ha?
I don't know. That'll be interesting. I think it'll depend if he likes the guy.
Okay.
That's really what it comes down to, right?
Yeah.
If you think about that, it's like, they seem nice. They seem nice to us.
They
We're
seem
good.
like they could work.
Yeah.
A couple text messages. 763 number says, Payton, my fiance and I did not go ring shopping. He went with his mom and they picked it out. So I was surprised. And yes, they did a good job.
I would love that. I would love that if he took my mom, too. Like, that would be
Kadeem's
amazing.
mom's coming to town.
Bye, Kyle. I'm getting all hot and sweaty right now. Literally, like, in 2 weeks.
And this is about second date. I'm married to a Gemini and I love it. Never boring. And I'm a Libra is a text. Speaking of Libras, like Kyle, What was how was field day yesterday? Because I know you bolted out of here for field day.
I know. I had to leave early. I volunteered at the kids' school for field day, and it was just the first graders. So it was just Easton's class, or actually all the first graders. And it's funny because when I got there, all the parents were just sort of sitting around chatting. The field was all set up. There was different stations. Each station was numbered. And I was kind of like, anyone going to give us a sort of like a rundown of how it's going to go? No? Okay. And so all of a sudden, we're just chatting. Nobody's in their stations, and all the kids start walking out. I was like, don't you think, guys, we should get to our stations or something? So
like, what are the stations? Like jumping jacks?
Yeah, there's like a clipboard at each station that says like what it is. And like when I signed up, I volunteered for it, and it was like hula hut. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but it sounds fun. So when I got there, it was like 3 big piles of hula hoops, and the directions are create a hula hut out of hula hoops. And I looked, there was another parent volunteering with me, and it was like one of the kids' dads, and I was like, do you know how to make a hula hut? He's like, nope. I'm like, pretty sure we should hop on Google real quick.
It looks cute. The hula hut looks cute.
I know. I was like, thank God for the internet in moments like these, because these kids would just, I don't know, like, I mean, I guess maybe we should have just let them see what they constructed. Like, did they have to make the hula hut that way? Who knows?
Is it just a...
No, you literally, like, you create a sphere out of hula hoops. And you have to put the hula hoops in the right spots so that it doesn't get crushed and
like
fall
Jenga?
down.
Oh.
Well, no, not like Jenga. More like, I don't know, Legos or something.
Yeah, it's like, it was actually really cool. When I saw it on your stories, Kyle was like, what is that? And now that you say it's a hula hut, I'm like, okay, that was definitely a hula hut that they were sitting in.
So it's like a giant slinky?
It's like a triangle. No, it looked like a triangle type sphere. It's like...
We actually kind of made a giant basketball out of hula hoops, and then the kids would like sit in it and curl through it and find ways to make it again.
Oh, I see the picture now.
Yeah, like a hula hut.
It's like I've seen a little toy like that, a little ball like that.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah. So it was like this moment of anxiety when I was like, oh my gosh, these kids, their field day is going to be so lame because the hula hut station didn't work.
What about the next picture? I should have taken this picture at the beginning of the event.
Yes, because when I got there, Easton was so excited to see me. He was so happy. And at the end, I was like, okay, buddy, let's take a picture together. He's like, are you leaving? And I'm like, well, field day is over, so I can't really stick around and do the rest of the school day with you. He got so sad. He would not smile for a photo. I tried 4 or 5 of them, and eventually his teacher, they were all lining up and leaving. But I'm like, note to self, next time, take the picture when he's excited to see me. In the beginning.
So then you left, and how much more school did he have left?
Oh, it was like the whole day. I mean, they had, like, I think field day was over at like 11:15, and they don't get out of school till like 3.
First grade, those days seem so long anyway.
I know.
Field day should be a half day because it feels like it's like a fun time, and you should just be able to go home after that. At least I think so. I loved field day. My favorite station at field day was the rest station where you got your waters and your oranges.
I was like the big parachute. You know the one that and then you jump underneath of it.
Those are the best.
Yes.
I remember we used to take my kids to one of those places. I can't remember what it's called, but one of the things was the parachute, and then you sing songs. They were just little.
Yeah.
I don't think those places exist anymore.
The
do
Mommy
they?
and Me classes.
It was more like it was more. It was
like Gymboree.
Gymboree, that was it. Is that Gymboree still around? Oh, Gymboree was awesome. They should have adult Gymboree.
They
do, kind of.
They do.
Well, I feel like they're
Las
like
Vegas.
Yeah, basically, actually, there is like a legit.
Oh yeah,
playground.
that's right in Luxor, right?
Remember? Yeah, Luxor. It's like called Playground or something. It's literally a jungle gym for adults.
You know, I was telling you guys how my wife's getting very emotional about my kids getting old and older and growing up and leaving the house, and it's like. I laughed because she was crying, but it's like I have those moments all the time. It's like, what's next? You know? So she sends me this video 2 days ago. And you know how your iPhone, I don't know if your phone does this, Kyle, but your iPhone takes like memories and puts together a video of something, whatever happened on this day back in whatever. And she sent me one. And it was one of those things that I kind of remember this day, but I kind of don't. And the pictures make me remember it. It's like we went to the park and I put all the bikes in the car. We drove to the park. And we just rode around the park on bikes. And I filmed it all. And I don't really remember it. And seeing it all. Because it's also, like, when you look at a picture of, like, when I was a little kid, the video footage was grainy. It's old. It's whatever, right? Even in college. But it's like, now the footage looks like it could have been filmed yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just so little.
Yeah. Aww.
And I'm like, oh, my God. It's like, it's so depressing. And my kids are so beautiful. And I'm also like, I wish I could go back and be more present during that time. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
really, but I feel like I was present at that time. But then I feel like maybe I should have been more present. If that
Because
makes sense.
you miss that version of your kids because their personalities change.
Yeah, but also
a lot.
it's like you're also working and trying to provide for them.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
you're doing stuff. Like I was eventually probably had to take a call and talk about the show the next day, or probably had to do, you know what I mean?
You're
It's
like in survival mode, kind of,
Right.
and you're
Like
doing
now-
as much as you can. But it's like you wish you could just stop everything else and spend only your time with them.
Yes, that's how I feel when I look back at those pictures. And I look back at a lot of pictures, and it looks like we had fun. But I
Your
don't-
kids have always had fun.
I don't
promise you
remember.
that.
That's true.
All right, we're going to get to some Hollywood tea. Kyle and Payton got the dish on Chapel Roan, The Rock. Kenan Thompson weighed in on the Morgan Wallen SNL controversy. So much to get to. That's next. Johnjay and Rich.
Good morning. Wake up every morning. Start your day with Johnjay and Rich.
I wake up with my favorite artist. Hey, this is Sabrina Carpenter.
What's up, guys? This is Post Malone.
It's Benson Boone, and you're waking up with Johnjay and Rich.
Get some entertainment news. What happened to The Rock?
The Rock had a pretty scary moment. Right now, it's kind of tense to fly, right? He was on his private jet. It was just him and the flight crew. And the pilot actually came in, kneeled down next to him and said, "I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson, we're going to have to turn the plane around." He was flying from Hawaii, going somewhere over the sea. And the pilot was like, "We cannot do this because there's a malfunction with the plane." He remained extremely calm, but just really explained the situation to The Rock.
And I so appreciate his demeanor. His name is Captain David. I appreciate his demeanor in that moment. And he said it was a hydraulics issue with overheating. And he said there are some issues that we could work out as we're in the air. And then there's some that we're not going to take a chance, especially over the ocean.
Okay. How about the Saturday Night Live Morgan Wallen controversy?
Yeah,
Something
there was
new?
all kinds of like people saying all kinds of things about Morgan Wallen because he was on SNL this weekend, and typically what happens is the host and musical guest sort of interact on the stage as the show's ending, the credits are going, and everyone's laughing like, "Oh, he had such a great time." But he actually walked off stage pretty abruptly, and Kenan Thompson was asked about it, and his answer, I think, was pretty much what we had concluded.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he understood the assignment. That's what that looks like.
We kind of talked about that. He just didn't know. That's probably exactly like Rich, you had said. That's exactly how they probably practice it. And so he was like, "I guess it's what we do now. We just walk off and go."
You walk in, you walk out that door. That's it.
Yeah, he's like, "I wouldn't read too much into it."
Okay, so who's Rain Disick?
Rain Disick is Kourtney Kardashian's 10-year-old son, and there have been some major conspiracy theories about Rain Disick and Justin Bieber, because if you look at side-by-side pictures of a little tiny young Justin Bieber, looks very similar to Rain Disick. Now, around the time where Rain Disick was born, there were some moments where Kourtney Kardashian had been seen hanging out with Justin Bieber, and her and Scott Disick were sort of on again, off again, but she swears Scott Disick is his dad. Now, just the other day, Alabama Barker's boyfriend, his name is Scooter Jackson, he was doing an Instagram Live. Well, they live in the house with Kourtney Kardashian, so Rain Disick is around. He kind of joins in on the live, and he sees a comment that's like, "What's up, Rain? You know Justin Bieber's your dad." And Rain responded.
Rain, your dad? No, he's not. Bro, I swear, Justin Bieber's not my dad. Scotty is my dad. I think Justin Bieber was 16 when I got born. Yeah, I don't think my mom would do that.
Justin Bieber was actually about 20, 21
Boy, he
when
talks
he was
like
born.
him. He talks like Justin Bieber.
He looks just like
He
Justin
sounds like him,
Bieber.
too.
I'm sorry.
That's so sad, though, that someone would do that to him.
Okay, that's not okay. And the reality of it is Scott Disick is his dad. That's who raised him.
Yeah.
That's who he calls his father. I mean, will we ever find out that Rain Disick and Justin Bieber are father and son? Maybe sometime down the road. But for now, leave that little boy alone.
I know it was like, I always go straight to the comments on things like this. And it's like the fact that this kid is hearing these conspiracy theories about his family has to just mess him up, which is terrible. That's terrible.
But it's like the same conspiracy theories that his mom and his sisters also had with their
his
dad
aunt,
and
Khloe
their mom
Kardashian.
and their aunt,
I mean, Khloe still deals with the rumors that O.J. Simpson's her dad.
Exactly.
There's
So-
lots of different celebrities that have been linked to her, too. So the thing that gives me sort of peace about it, because you never want to see a kid going through something like this, but the thing that gives me peace about it is like his aunt is the greatest source for this. Like, don't worry, I've been going through this my whole life. Here's how you deal
that's
with
a
it.
good
So
point.
he's got good guides to take him through it.
Well, probably his whole 10 years of life, he's been experiencing stuff like this through different points of view.
Yeah, he doesn't have what some would call a quote-unquote normal childhood.
So the Met Gala is coming up, right? I don't know when the Met Gala is, but, you know, it's put on by the Anna Wintour.
Yep.
And I think, if I'm right, didn't they make A$AP Rocky like on the board or something?
Yeah,
Right? Is that what they
Rihanna
did?
has a lot to do with it. A$AP Rocky has a lot to do with it. It's actually May 5th, so it's coming up. It's like right around the corner. And Anna Wintour just did an interview where she was asked, so what makes you think or agree with what a lot of people say that Rihanna and A$AP Rocky are maybe the most influential couple in fashion?
First of all, they're very talented. They're very brilliant. I think they have wonderful values, and they have an enormous amount of style. I actually talked to A$AP Rocky yesterday about what he was going to wear, but no clue on what she's going to wear yet.
Rihanna always, at the Met Gala, she always stuns.
Yeah. And they just are so hot together. I just love looking at them as a couple.
I know.
Obsessed.
The Met Gala is always like the first Monday in May, I guess. And it's like, it's always fascinating to see because you never really understand what the Met Gala really is.
Right. And like you never understand the themes. You're like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
They are pretty out there.
It's like, what is this? When everyone was wearing cats on them, I didn't understand.
Yeah, I guess. And I think the theme this year, from what I saw, was super fine tailoring black style.
Ooh, okay, so that gives me black tie vibes.
Yeah.
So let's see.
So see how everyone gets creative with that will be kind of fun and interesting to watch.
104.7 Kiss FM, Johnjay and Rich. We are looking for caller 14 to go see the Jonas Brothers. Good morning. Hello, who's this?
Jennifer?
Jennifer, you're caller 14. You win tickets to see the Jonas Brothers.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Yes, awesome. Oh, my God, I'm on my way home because I forgot my laptop for work today. So, I guess it's a good day after all.
Yeah! Now you're going to turn it around.
Oh, my God. I'm so excited. I've seen them like 5 times, and I always take my daughters, and we love them.
Oh, my gosh, it's going to be so much fun for you.
What do you do for a living?
I work in sales for Marriott hotels in Glendale at Westgate.
See now.
Hey, you know what? I'm a Marriott member. What do you call it?
Reward?
Yeah, Bonvoy member.
Bonvoy member. And then my last vacation, I went from platinum to gold, maybe? Is that right? Or is it the other way around?
Oh, I don't know. I forget.
Oh, some salesperson you are. No wonder you're finding a laptop.
No, platinum's better. Platinum's better.
Okay, well, maybe platinum's the next level. I think I went to gold because they changed our wristbands right in the middle of the vacation. And I was like, yeah, baller. All right, well, congratulations, Jennifer. Hold on. We're setting you up, okay?
All right, thank you. Oh, my
got
God,
it.
I love you guys.
Love you, too. Thanks for listening. Good morning, Glow.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. What's going on?
I was just hoping I didn't wake up late enough to know, what's up with the face tat with Gangster Blake there?
Wasn't that nice? It was such a cool gift. I've always talked about how I wanted to have something where it was like it showed ownership, that she was mine.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah, and I've talked about it for years, and then she surprised me with that yesterday. I thought it was beautiful.
Stop. It is not correct. Is that real?
It's real. It's on. You can see it on my Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. You go to Johnjay Van S on Instagram. You can see what she's talking about. Blake got a tattoo with my name on it.
It looked like it hurt.
She was cool about it. She was she was a trooper.
She thugged it out. She definitely thugged it out.
She did. You can see it. It's on Johnjay Van S on Instagram. Thanks, Glow.
Thank you. Bye.
Johnjay and Rich. So we got these big time Rush tickets. And also you get thrown in the hopper to go backstage to go meet the band, to go meet the guys. So we need a contestant. 877-937-1047. While we wait for a contestant to call right now, Nick, what's going on with your bizarre purchases?
I feel like it's only bizarre purchases that I ever have. And I'm in my era of Instagram ad sucker, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's basically anything I get an ad for. And typically, like, there's stuff I always click on it, but I never buy. But I got this ad, and it was like 10,000 video games in one stick. And I was like, one stick? Tell me more. And I looked at it, and I was like, the first little game that it showed was Mario Kart for the Nintendo 64. And I was like, okay, well, then I'm in. And it was like, it's 50% off. And I was like, even better. I've spent $50 on worse things. So I go through the whole motion. I buy said, it's called the Game Stick, right? And it's a little USB drive, and you plug it in, and it's got thousands of video games. Anything from Nintendo all the way up to PlayStation. It's got arcade games. Now, it came in the mail, and instantly I'm worried because I bought it on such a whim, and the box is labeled different than what I purchased was. And so, like, I open it up and I just have it in my hand, and I'm like, God, what if this is something that's just a big ploy to steal my data, whatever, blah, blah. And then my wife was like, nah, don't worry about it. Let's just go. So we plug it in, and you guys, it's amazing.
Oh, my gosh. It has all the
now,
games?
I will tell you, allegedly, this is illegal. Absolutely. Because this is basically a jailbroken, like, Amazon Fire Stick, but with video games. And so, like, there's, like, real weird backdoor ways to, like, play these games. And they're kind of all in different languages. So if you haven't, like, played the game before, it's like I played Toy Story the other day for the Super Nintendo. And I can't read anything Buzz is saying.
Okay.
He's saying it in English, but in the translation, it's, like, definitely in, like, Japanese.
Okay.
And when it says 10,000 games, that's not a joke.
For $50, 10,000 games, I did the math. You're getting 200 games for each dollar you spend.
That's pretty great.
That's a pretty good deal.
It's pretty great.
So you play it on your laptop, though?
No, you play it on the TV. You plug the USB drive into your TV, and it's got a little HDMI port on it too, and you just use both of them. And it's like it's like your USB drive has a tail.
What
and the tail
controller do you use?
So it comes in like what looks like a PlayStation controller.
Oh.
So some of the games are a little wonky in how you like have to play, because if you're playing like a Nintendo game, there's only 2 buttons then.
Right.
So you have to figure out what buttons you're using.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, it's incredible. And if you want one, DM me, because I can't tell you what it's actually called.
Are there any games that actually work pretty smooth that are not bad?
Oh, yeah. No, like the Nintendo 64 games are amazing. I played this wrestling game the other day, and I won the U.S. championship. Don't make a big deal out of it, guys.
This is pure excitement for you right now, like pure joy that is coming
it's like
from
pure
here.
nostalgia, though.
Yeah.
Like I remember we got something like that looks like an old original Nintendo system. And you plug it in just like that. And it has like a bunch of old Nintendo games, like Super Mario Brothers 3, Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong. It's got Tecmo Bowl, like all these different games. And it's like, we thought it would be great to introduce our kids to, like, you know,
the
originals, the OGs that really got us hooked in life. And they're like, these games are kind of stupid.
Oh, really?
They didn't like the OG games? I know, because the games nowadays are so next level.
How far technology has come.
I mean, Mario Kart now.
Back to Mario Kart even 15 years ago, because my parents were like that too. Like, we had the Game Cubes and the original systems, and we loved playing it, like the ones with the birds where you would like go bird hunting. We loved that game growing up. And so I feel like I was born where technology wasn't as nearly advanced. Like the Nintendo DS came out like when I was 8, and I feel like that was the revolution of what we got now.
But getting into buying stuff off the internet real quick, I was tired. I was wiped out. I was so tired. I was on my phone in bed next to my wife. I saw something. I clicked on it. And now I have to go to Atlanta.
What?
Remember how I'm going to Atlanta?
Yes.
I'm going to Atlanta because of this.
Because of an Instagram ad?
And I don't want to tell you anything else until I come back from Atlanta and share with you guys the story. I'm going to Atlanta, and then I have to drive an hour and a half out of Atlanta.
How do you get yourself into these things, Johnjay?
I was so tired, and I was like, and I've regretted it ever since. And now my wife's like, it'll be good. It'll be good. Go. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't. I just don't want to go anymore.
Are you going by yourself or?
I'm going by myself.
Oh no.
Oh, that's dangerous anyway.
Are you going to show up to what you're supposed to do?
I'm not going to tell you guys anything, but I'm telling you, it is so bizarre what I'm doing, and I can't believe that I'm doing it. And it's because of an ad on Instagram. Thank you very much.
Listen, I guess we're both in that era.
Yeah.
Well, Nick's turned out good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Godspeed,
so there's
Johnjay.
All right, let's play a game. Hi, Malcolm.
Yes, sir.
Are you a BTS fan? Not BTS. What's the band?
Big Time Rush?
Big Time Rush. BTR. Are you a Big Time Rush fan?
Yes, I am.
Name the guys. Name the guys in Big Time Rush.
There is...
Oh.
Yeah.
Logan,
Yep.
James, Carlos. Oh.
Those are the I'm with
That's
you on
good.
that, Malcolm. Those are pretty good.
That's
that was
good. That's good. All right. What's the game we're going to play, Nick?
You guys, we're playing Noise Machine today. I like to theme my games, as you know. Rich, you ready to hit my theme music? It's Big Time Rush!
Rush.
Oh, sorry, guys. I read the email wrong. Big Time comma Rush? No. Anyway. Sorry. So
This is the rock band Rush he's playing, in case you guys don't know.
Yeah, if you're not of the,
A man.
The age, yeah, that gets it. Okay, so the theme of today's game, guys, are things that are big.
Okay,
all right,
Love it.
I'm gonna play a noise. You have to tell me what this thing is. It could be literally anything, but the theme is that it's big. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with Johnjay Van S.
A whale.
Is there a type of whale specifically? The world's largest mammal.
Oh, is that the blue whale?
The blue whale!
Yeah, that's strong.
Johnjay on the board with 1 point. We'll move on to Rick Barra.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Oh, yeah, they did the song. It's Great Big Something.
Uh-huh.
But I can't remember what the rest of it.
Yeah? Oh, you're so close, Rich.
Great Big World.
Great Big World. Little assistance in the studio.
Thank you,
1
Kyle.
point for Rich. Johnjay on the board. Rich on the board. Big is the theme, and we're going to Payton Whitmore.
You are, and you always will be, street trash.
That's The Rock, and that is a big man.
Oh, that is...
Johnjay.
It's pretty close. Go ahead, Johnjay.
The Big Show.
Oh, you know what? I was going to use the Big Show. I used somebody a little more current. That's Gunther. He also appeared one time on a podcast with Grant and I.
I remember that
if you search
podcast.
on
I should have
Johnjay
known
and Rich
better.
afterwards.
But I feel like I should get a half a point because I was pretty close.
Current champion in world wrestling entertainment. Kyle!
That is a T-Rex.
Okay.
Which is very big.
Well, Kyle,
or some other kind of dinosaur.
Kyle, I do want to give you a half point because that is King Kong, and that's after he defeated the T-Rex in the film King Kong. Okay, so Kyle gets a half point.
Sure, okay.
Johnjay, Rich, Kyle on the board.
Kyle gets a half point for that, and I don't get a half point for the wrestling question. Are you serious
No,
right
you
now?
guessed The Rock.
Go. Next clip.
Malcolm.
Yes.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
Malcolm.
I'm lost.
Would you like it
I'm
again?
here. I'm
Throw your hands in the air
if you's a true player.
Am I supposed to say the name of the song?
Yeah.
Or the artist.
Or the artist.
Oh, Big Papa, the remaster.
Who sings it?
The Notorious B.I.G.
There we go.
Making sure you're playing.
That was the Notorious Big.
Remember
Say
Big?
him and say the name of the song. I'm like, y'all had.
Well, you could have got 2 points, Malcolm, but you messed around too much. Okay, that was the Notorious Big. Round two goes to Johnjay first.
To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and
Big Mac?
We were looking for, in fact, the Big Mac. Good job, Johnjay. 2 points. Commanding lead in this game. Rich can tie it up.
There's a million robots that turn into something. And this is a building that turns into a robot. So what's fun about playing with a building? That's not any fun.
That's Tom Hanks, but is that Toy Story? What's big in Toy Story?
Oh, my gosh.
Johnjay.
Oh, it's the movie Big.
It is the movie Big. Congratulations, Rich.
You could the rust on my gears. You could hear them.
All right, 2 points for Rich. Now, Payton, this is a trick question. Okay?
Of course it
Get
is.
ready. You have to guess the big thing that this person is talking about. Okay?
All right.
I thought it was just a movie, to be honest.
Are you serious?
Kidding.
That's so awesome.
What?
I really thought it was just a movie.
That is me, Kadeem, and Grant talking on a podcast, and Kadeem is talking about how he didn't know that the Titanic is real.
Congratulations. Titanic is what we were looking for.
Why would you put my man on blast like that? What is wrong with you?
One for Payton. Take the point.
Hey, I just want to tell everybody that episode was behind a paywall, but because Nick was pulling that clip, it is now free to everyone on the Terrible Person feed. The episode is called Dorkin with Payton and Kadeem. It's amazing. You got to check it out.
All right. 1 point for Payton. Way to go. Kyle.
So glad to be the way I am. I'm glad to be the way I am. I'm happy to be me.
It's Big Bird.
Big Bird is correct. Way to go, Kyle. All right, Malcolm, if you get this, you're going to go see Big Time Rush and have the chance to meet them as well.
All right, let's see if I get it.
So you gotta live it big time.
Oh, God.
Oh, you want me to say the name of the song again?
And yeah, just give me something, man.
That's Big Time Rush.
Big Time Rush. Sing the song, Big Time Rush. Way to go, Malcolm.
He takes his time, but he gets them right.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We're going to set you up a Big Time Rush. Hold on. We're doing it every day, by the way. We got Big Time Rush and the chance to go backstage and meet the guys. We also got Jonas Brothers every single day this week. Kyle, what's coming up? 3 things we need to know.
There's a new word for intense cuteness. I can't wait to tell it to you so you can tell me whether or not you'll adopt it. Next, with Johnjay and Rich.
Want to talk or throw some shade?
Oh, yeah.
Call Johnjay and Rich, 877-937-1047.
Johnjay and Rich, I was just answering phones, and I just said, hi, Johnjay and Rich. He goes, I have a question. So I was like, yeah, let's just take it real quick. Hi, are you there? You had a question?
Are they playing cat sounds on the radio?
Are they playing cat sounds? Who is they?
I swear, I don't know. I swear I heard like a cat meowing. I pulled my car off like an exit to look in my engine to see if there was a cat in there.
Was there a cat in there?
Is there a cat in there? No. I mean, I can't see it, but I was like, is it on the radio?
Oh, God. Be careful. So there was nothing in your engine?
No.
You know, it was colder last night, so maybe cats are looking for a place to kind of hide out.
I know, and now I'm scared.
What's your name?
Driving with a cat in there.
What's your
My
name?
name's Laura.
Laura, where do you live?
Laura in Scottsdale.
Okay, what's today's date?
Oh, my God. I hate you guys.
All right, drive safe.
I really hate you.
Thanks for listening. Kyle, what are the 3 things you need to know?
So when you see an adorable puppy or the cutest little baby hands, you just want to squeeze them and you make probably noise like, okay, there's like a word. There's a word for that noise, and that's just being overwhelmed by cuteness. And I don't know if I like the word. It's giggle.
Huh?
Giggle is
doesn't
the
represent how I
word.
feel.
Giggle. Did you just giggle over that baby?
No, giggle refers to a feeling when we see something or someone that is so intensely cute we don't know what to do. It can be used as like a verb or an adjective describing the feeling, or a noun saying that's giggle. That's why I wanted to show you, because I feel like I can't adopt that.
No,
it reminds me of when they told us what the real name of Baby Yoda was. I was like,
right.
Great name.
I
Baby
felt
Yoda's
the
better.
same way. So I feel like this is true professionalism. They interviewed Butch Wilmore. He was one of the astronauts that was stuck in space 9 months when they were only supposed to be there like a week. And they were like, do you feel a little, like, what are your feelings? Do you feel bitter that they didn't come get you sooner?
We're an instrument of our nation, of our national goals. Could you point fingers? I don't want to point fingers. I hope nobody wants to point fingers. We don't want to look back and say, shame, shame, shame. We want to look forward and say, let's rectify what we've learned and let's make the future even more productive and better.
Isn't that like,
yeah, he's awesome.
What a great attitude, because they could be really bitter. Like, dude, I just missed 9 months of my life when I wasn't supposed to. Instead, they're still committed to the cause. And he was like, I'm just excited that we're continuing on this space journey.
And they both said they'd go back up again, which to me is crazy.
Yeah, why would you do that? Especially if you know what happened last time. I would say thank you for the experience, and I'm staying on the ground forever.
Because they put him into 4 seasons in Maui. It never happened.
That's one theory. So, have you ever wondered how these celebrities that you know all of a sudden get these hourglass figures?
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked before that there's rumors that they got ribs removed. But apparently, they don't get them removed. They get them rearranged in a surgery that they're calling the rib excar. The rib excar. It's a new procedure, which costs anywhere from $14,000 to $16,000. There's only about 2 to 3 weeks of recovery for this procedure, and the scarring's pretty minimal because surgeons just use a pinhole size hole to get access to targeted ribs, and they literally just move them. So your figure becomes more hourglassy. Then afterwards, while you're recovering, you wear like a waist trainer, like a corset, to train your ribs to stay in those positions.
Are you kidding me? Because has anybody ever dislocated a rib or broken a rib? The pain
sounds terrible.
that you would have to go through for 3 weeks for a voluntary surgery? I could not. I just couldn't.
I know. I was actually surprised, though, that the recovery was only 3 weeks because usually like a major surgery is much longer than that. And this seems like it would be a major surgery. Like you're moving your ribs around.
You're moving things.
I figured God put them there for a reason.
Well, yeah, God put him there to hold up our organs and stuff. Stop messing with your body.
I know. I was blown away by that. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Okay, Kyle, don't say anything. But Payton, what was the name of the word? How you feel when you see a cute baby or a cute puppy?
Giggle.
What was it, Rich?
Giggle.
I don't remember. What was it, Kyle?
Giggle.
Giggle. Yeah. Hey, Kyle, what's up? You're on the air. Good morning.
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to call that lady that called in about hearing cats.
Mm-hmm.
She's not crazy. I hear cats this morning, and I'm a long-time listener, and every once in a while, you'll hear cats throughout your show. Every once in a while, and today's one of those days.
That's crazy.
I'm talking years. Yeah, years.
Well, how come it took you this long to call in?
Well, I don't know. I thought it was purposeful.
When you're talking...
I've never heard anybody call...
You're talking cool cats like guys who play jazz?
That's a cool cat.
Why would it be purposeful?
It's just a meow.
But why would it be purposeful? Why would we do that on purpose?
Because it's funny.
Yeah, true. That is funny. That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, Cal.
Just like your personality. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
That was a nice compliment.
Have a great day, dude. Thank you so much for listening.
Okay. Later.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.